Well, howdy ho guys. Today we're going to be making cornbread. And you're probably thinking, cornbread, really? But it's actually awesome. Don't knock it till you try it. Let's get making some cornbread. First thing that we need to do is turn on our oven. So I've turned on mine to a moderate heat, so 180 degrees Celsius or about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then what I'm going to do is I've got a roasting pan here. This will be perfect for our cornbread. So I'm going to coat it very quickly with some oil, and then I'm just going to put a bit of parchment paper through the middle and over the sides, and then this will be good to go, and we'll get that off to the side and ready to start our mixture. Perfect, good to go. Now come and check out what you're going to need for the mixture. For our ingredients, we've got some all-purpose flour here with a little bit of salt and also some baking powder. I've got some cheese, I've got some corn, taco seasoning or chili seasoning, you can use either or. I've got some bell peppers, red and banana. I've got milk, eggs, some shallots, a tomato, a little bit of sugar here, some cornmeal, and this is different to corn flour, so you want the really granulated texture that we've got here. And I've also got some melted down butter. For the exact quantities of these ingredients, just head on over to my website, lebonbaker.com. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to chop up this tomato really quickly, add it to our corn and our taco seasoning, and give it a little mix up. I'm going to add a bit of salt and pepper and my secret ingredient, which is oregano, and then that'll set to the side, and then we'll be able to start on our wet and our dry ingredients, mixing it all together, and in no time at all we're going to have some awesome cornbread to eat. Right, so I've just diced my tomatoes here. I've given them a bit of a squeeze over the sink just to get out the majority of the moisture, and I'm going to put them in with my corn and my seasoning, add a little bit of salt and pepper, we'll be good to go. It's time for my secret ingredient, and I've got a bit of fresh oregano here, which I'm going to chop up and then add it into the corn and the seasoning and the tomato. Get your mix on. Now that I've got my little corn salsa here all ready, I'm going to start working on our wet and our dry ingredients, and in no time at all, we're going to have the mixture all ready to go. We're going to mix these ingredients, so let's split them into team wet and team dry. For our dry, in goes the flour, baking powder and salt. Sugar is next, so pop that in. And then the star of the show, we've got the cornmeal, so drop that in as well. And we're going to give this a whisk. Okay, so now we've got all of the rest of the ingredients that are wet, and we're going to chuck them all in together. First put in your eggs and we'll give that a bit of a whisk, and then the rest can just go in any order. Save a little bit of the cheese for the top. So I'm going to mix all of these wet ingredients together, and then I'm going to start adding it into our dry, and we'll fold it in until just combined. Get started on your folding straight away, otherwise it'll go a bit gluggy. Your mixture is going to look a little bit like this. So it doesn't look very appetizing right now, but it will be. And I've just mixed until I cannot see any of the dry ingredients anymore. Okay, we're going to add this mixture straight on into our tin here. So nice and evenly. Get it all out. And then to finish it off, we'll sprinkle it with the last bit of cheese. And then when you serve it, add some fresh shallots or some chives to it. It'll just brighten it and make it look really nice and have a few color contrasts as well. Right, so my mixture is all in and I'm just going to flatten it out, make sure it's nice and evenly spread throughout, and that looks pretty good. So I'll add the last bit of cheese and then it goes straight into the oven. In she goes. One last thing, really important, don't forget your cornbread dance. Cornbread, yeehaw! My cornbread is in the oven, so I'm going to leave it in there for about 15 minutes. I'll check it, rotate it after that point in time, and then I'll see how much longer it needs. Roughly they take around 30 minutes, but it depends on your oven. So just make sure you check it, and we want to cook it until it's nice and golden on top and it's cooked all the way through. You can always do your skewer test or a little bounce on the top to see if it springs back, and you'll know that it is ready to bring out of the oven. So I've just taken my cornbread out of the oven. It's nice big family size, as you'll see here, so there'll be plenty to go around and plenty to share with everyone. I have taken it out after 20 minutes, so I've been monitoring it in my oven. Just make sure you monitor yours as well. Everyone's oven's different, so sometimes it cooks a lot faster or sometimes it cooks a lot longer, and today mine's cooked faster than usual. So here you have it, guys. Here's your cornbread. I hope you really like this recipe. I personally love cornbread. I think it's totally underrated. It's so good to eat. It can be used for so many different things as a side dish or the main feature. Get creative. The opportunities are endless. And don't forget, when you serve it up, just add a little bit of greenery, so some shallots or chives, mainly if you're going to go savory, but you can go sweet as well, and just enjoy it. Now for my favorite part. Nom, 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 nom. Really fluffy in the middle, a little bit crunchy on the top, and also really nice and cheesy throughout. So good. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for all tips, tricks and recipes for the home cook and baker.